Hey everyone, I'm Lance and thanks for hanging out with me on my channel. And I am doing a pour through an industrial fountain head attachment for a large fountain. And I did a contest recently on my first video back since my hiatus that I've been on. And this is the video that people chose. It was video B. And as you can see, that fountainhead is pretty large and it is pretty heavy. So I am pouring on a 16-inch round I got from Michaels that's wooden and fairly thick so that it can handle the weight of this fountainhead attachment. And I am pouring a base coat down, and this base coat is pretty thin. It's mixed with Floetrol and a little bit of water, and it's Artist Loft white paint. So I'm just putting that down as a base, and you're going to see me tilt it around. I'm going to tilt it around to give a good kind of even coating. I'm not really running it off the edges yet, but I am going to tilt it around and get it kind of close to the edges and give the design that will be poured through the fountain head attachment, you know, a little bit of fluidity, a little bit of liquid there to pass through and to hopefully run off the edges easily when we need it to run off the edges. I'll talk to you a little bit about my paints. Now, my paints are pretty fluid and pretty thin in comparison to, say, things like a Galaxy Pour or ring pours. I wanted to do this on purpose because I didn't want any crazing or cracking, and I didn't know what kind of cool design I might get, so I didn't know how much I would spin off or stretch out. So I did use a little bit of GAC 800 in a few of the paints. Most of the paints are mixed with Floetrol and a couple of the blues. The blue flash, which is the FolkArt Aqua flash, is one of the star players in this pour. It's really beautiful. I actually had a little bit of that left over from a Dutch pour that I did, so I needed to thicken it up by adding a little bit more paint to it and a little Floetrol, since the way I'd mixed it for my Dutch pour was with just water and paint. So here I am trying to center my fountainhead attachment and make sure that it's in the middle of the canvas, trying to get it into the center of that wood round, and I've got it about there. And that's Artist Loft light blue that I'm pouring through there, and I'll leave a list of all of the paints in my description box. And there is a different additive that I have put in this, and let's play a game. Let's see if anyone can guess what the additive is based on how the pour turns out. Just remember that. We'll talk about that again later, but yeah, there is a secret ingredient, and I'm just gonna let that be a mystery, and we'll see if anybody can guess in the comments what my mystery secret ingredient might be. Now, initially when I started watching this being poured out with the different colors, because I have put several different colors in there, I thought, wah, wah, I'm not getting what I want, I thought. And never you mind, there are cool things ahead. This does come out, the colors do appear. It's kind of like when you do an open cup and things start to appear from underneath. And you can see that design already starting to appear through the light blue, and it continues to do so. And that color right there is a FolkArt Inka gold, and I haven't used that before, but I really liked how yellow it is. It's got a very like sunny pastel, almost yellow color to it, and it was really pretty in this pour in conjunction with the other colors that I had. I didn't want anything like, say, DecArt 24 karat Extreme Sheen that would be kind of brassy and that might get really billowy and create so many big cells that it would take over. So this is a really nice color if that's something that you're looking for, something like that is a gold but isn't so brassy and isn't so, you know, metallic that it takes over and it starts growing those enormous cells that don't seem to stop, that get very cloud-like. So anyway, just a tip if you're looking for that color. And if you're enjoying this video, please subscribe to my channel. Please give this video a like and leave me a comment because I love hearing from you. Now, just a reminder, I'm doing the Inspired Color Challenges on Inspired Art by Heather Mader, and we're picking a fuchsia, a medium pink, a light pink, and a brown for February. So you'll want to put the hashtag Inspired Colors FEB23 so that we have all of the entrants with that hashtag, so it'll pull up everything, make it nice and easy for us to kind of look at what everybody's done, and we'll count the likes on each post. So we'll be doing a fan favorite, so be sure and vote for your favorite posts of the pieces you've seen with the people who've used these Valentine's Day themed colors for February, of a fuchsia, a medium pink, a light pink, a brown, and of course, as always, you get to use a metallic and a black and a white. And so, yes, we'll be counting the likes on those, and so we'll do a fan favorite to pick the winner, and that winner will get one of my Valentine's Day themed bloom fairies. So be sure and enter, and be sure and vote for your favorites. Sweeter than summer wine, baby, just hold me tight. Now, as you can see, this pour is looking really beautiful and cool. I'm starting to get some really interesting cells. And one thing you'll notice is this fountain head attachment has 18 spouts that are jetting out from where you're pouring the paint in. And, you know, I thought, wow, this is really cool, because in a way it's like you're getting 18 straight pours coming out and radiating. And if you look at it, it looks kind of reminiscent of like a galaxy pour. It's like a lot of little mini galaxy pours going on. Really interesting. And so I really love that about doing this. I can't wait to do another one of these. And I just found this on Amazon. I think I searched something like industrial fountain head attachment. And I found this and it came up. And I really enjoyed kind of what it gave me, kind of the results it gave me. I love these blues and this color palette, and I'm so glad that I used that kind of yellowy Inka gold FolkArt metallic-y gold that's not too brassy, like I said earlier, not too overpowering. I think had I not used that, that would have, you know, probably made this a whole lot more monochromatic and not as just not as interesting and kind of lively. I love that yellow kind of peeking through. It almost looks like sky in some of those little pores, like the wider areas that you see where you get little yellow cells popping up. And here I am spinning it around to get some paint off, and I'm trying to recenter, and when you see it not quite centered, you just kind of try to shift it back to the middle, and that's what you see me doing there. But I'm loving kind of the design that it's giving me, and just very interesting. And as I said, I'm still gonna have the little competition in the comments about this, like what is my secret ingredient that I've added to these paints to get these cells looking the way they're looking. See if you can guess it. And I will tell you what it is on a future video. Now, on one of my upcoming videos too, I'm going to announce the winners. I'm going to do 2 winners of Bloom Fairies that I'm going to pick at random. And I should be saying this on maybe my perspectives and pouring video that I'll be doing on Saturday. So stay tuned for that. We usually kick that off at 1 o'clock, and it is with myself, Britta Clayton, and Sheldon Briscoe. And so be sure and watch us on Saturdays. We do this weekly. And yeah, so I think this turned out really beautiful. I will definitely be using this fountainhead to do these again. And you can see these metallics. You know, a lot of the colors that I used in here were metallic, and I love the interesting shapes that it created through these pores. It almost looks like some kind of, like, you know, the roly-poly bugs. That's what it reminds me of. how it poured through some of those and these interesting shapes and cells, and just really fun. Like I like pouring through these unusual things, and I think if you're like me in fluid art, you're always going into a store or thinking of something and thinking, I wonder how I could use that for fluid art. And that's just kind of how I think some of the best things are created, is just to be a little bit creative about what we use and what we do. So anyways, please subscribe to my channel if you like this, you want to see more videos, and leave me comments, leave me a like, give me your best guess of what this secret ingredient is for this pour. And as always, I really enjoyed my time with you, and I can't wait until I see you again for some more fun pouring together.